All right, we're on the couch today with Mary DeMuth. Mary is an author of over 20 books, I think, by now.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she's an author. She is a coach to emerging authors and one of our earliest Faith Villagers. So
I'm a village people.
You're a village people. We'll all dance and sing YMCA
we will.
in just a minute.
We will, yep. Good.
So we're huge fans of Mary DeMuth, and so we're glad that you came to drop by Faith Village offices today.
Thanks.
Mary, I was just telling you that for the last 2 years or so, I've kind of stalked you online. I've been a lurker.
That's awesome.
Yeah, from the first time I signed up for your email newsletter. But one of the things I've noticed about the way you work online as an author is that, for me, you really are the prototype of a new media author. And I'm just really curious to hear you share how you have transitioned from a more traditional publishing model and workflow into what you do now.
Yeah, I've become more of a jack of all trades in the past couple of years, but I did actually start blogging way back in 2004. So in the olden days, I was blogging because my family and I were living in France, and I wanted to have communication back with people in America. So I actually was starting kind of the trendy thing back then, not knowing, of course, that I was being trendy. I was just trying to communicate. And so that blog then evolved into a website, and with a blog connected to it. And then, of course, all the social media started happening. And what I found is that there's kind of two camps of authors right now, maybe three. One is in the old model where they miss the glory days and they just wish that they could write a book and it would just sell.
Right.
And then there are kind of the cutting edge people who only know this new technology, where they're like, oh my goodness, of course I'm going to Twitter, of course I'm going to do this. And then there's people like me in the middle, where I had the old model and now I'm trying to embrace the new model, and there's a bit of a tension there of how much social media is enough. I don't know if it's ever enough. That can be one of its pitfalls. And then what is the thing I've been thinking about lately is, what is the most effective way to promote whatever ministry that you have? For me, it happens to be my writing, but for anyone, what's the sweet spot? And I've done lots of studying, but I don't know that I have the answer yet. So I'll let you know when I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then write a book, and it'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be good.
But knowing you'll probably give it away for free first.
I do that, yes.
You do that. And talk to me about the mix of books now, because I see you do the big book, with a major publishing house, and then I see you do the ebook that you're self-publishing on Amazon, and then you do books kind of in the middle, with a variety of publishing houses. So tell me about that mix. To what extent that's intentional, or it kind of happens?
Yeah, I think part of it, actually, to be honest, is economical. So if I have a project and they want to publish my book, then I do it because I need the money.
Sure.
So, and I'm passionate about it. Obviously, if I pitch the topic, then I'm passionate about it. But the idea of going into ebooks and even print on demand has been an economic issue for me, because as a traditionally published author, you get paid maybe once or twice a year. And that is, for anybody out there who is self-employed, they know how hard it is when you have these economic realities of feast or famine. And so for the sake of my own family, I needed to find ways of having consistent income as a writer. And these kinds of ways are ways that I figured out how to do that.
Sure. So we have a few hundred contributors already in Faith Village, as we've just launched, and many of them are writers and inspiring writers. So what's that kind of wisdom that you would offer them about leveraging these new platforms and new media as they want to develop as a writer?
I think the biggest thing is to be remarkable, because just like when you read the same you keep reading parenting books and they all end up sounding the same after a while. When I'm reading blogs, I read a lot of the same information, regurgitated. People are saying the same things over and over. But when I see something that's remarkable and different, then I take notice. And I think publishers are doing that as well. They're looking for new voices, and there's a new back door into traditional publishing through the blogging avenue. So if you can be succinct, get your message across, always be thinking about how you can bless your reader, and then also be extremely remarkable, then it's going to help you in your career. Hi, I'm Mary DeMuth, and I live in Faith Village.